didn't all go in the bowl, did they?
No, not really.
Is Snow Dog alright? That is one of the big questions. Morning, y'all! Right, busy day yesterday. Sorry I didn't get a vlog up, but it was just crazy busy in London.
Morning!
Morning, Orla. How are you this festive morn?
Good.
Well done.
I got to do my Christmas play to
Year 5, 6?
and 3.
3, 4. Oh, wow. What an important job.
I did like, well, what an important job, but I'd be louder.
So today I'm going to do the questions that you gave me from Tuesday's vlog, because I picked 3 really good ones, so we're going to answer those through today, because I like to try and give you your answers. So today's question to you, it ties into one of the questions I've got today. What facility do you not have at your golf club that you would love to have? Better practice area, longer holes, short holes, flatter tees, better putting green, better clubhouse, bigger clubhouse, smaller clubhouse, more private club, more open club. Let me know, what kind of stuff would you want at your club to make it perfect for you? Post comments down below, as always. What button should they hit, Ola?
The subscribing button.
The subscribing button. Shall we have heated bottoms?
Yeah!
Shall we take you to school?
Yeah, because I need to.
Are you going to be DJ?
Yeah!
Cool. So the first question I got was topic for tomorrow, because it was when he posted it. If we agree that Tiger doesn't increase participation in the UK, what will? Are the PGA doing enough to expose kids to golf? Are the club pros? Are the golf clubs? Which is a really good question, and there's lots of levels to this question. I mean, some golf clubs don't want to expose them all because they still want to stay private. And to be honest with you, and this is a this is a hard one to take. So as you open golf up more, which is definitely what happened in a period of time leading up to kind of now, where it's definitely more accessible to more people, the amount of land that you need for golf courses, if that land can be used for development, then the golf courses just go. They just like, you're going to make so much more money from developing the land for housing than you are what you can make from a golf course. And what actually happens with lots of golf courses, they're not really that kind of profitable. They're quite hard to make profitable because you have to get so many golfers through, and then if you get loads of golfers through, they moan because the condition isn't good, and the condition isn't good because you have to get so many through, and then they moan because it's slow because you have to get... It's this kind of really interesting spiral of whinging that happens around golf. So there's a kind of combination of, I mean, some of the most financially successful golf clubs, I'm sure the very locked, private, top-end clubs, and I can see how that works. The lower down ones, there's equally as successful ones, I'm sure. But there's lots in the middle that get a bit confused of what actually they are. So I think there lies some of the issue for pros being members at certain clubs. If pros are doing enough or not, well, I mean, I think pros are doing more than anybody else, I would argue. They're definitely starting more golfers than I can think of any other organisation. If they could do more, I think they could always do more. If golf clubs could do more, I think they could do more, but then it's got to work in their business model, otherwise it just falls down. I'm seeing it down here in Devon so much, where golf clubs just struggle as they become more accessible, because it's like, yeah, I don't want to shop at H&M particularly because I don't think the clothes are that great a quality, but for other demographics, and certainly like my kids, they love it there. But do you see what I mean? Some people don't want cheap and accessible. Some people want to spend their money on more. So I think it's always this tussle with golf between wanting to be more accessible, and then when it becomes more accessible, it then doesn't always like what it's become, which is often where it can kind of trip up. I'd like to know your opinions on this down below. I mean, I'm so much happier that clubs are more accessible now than they were, and that waiting lists are kind of gone and all that kind of rubbish, but I'm not sure if that is the answer or not. I'm not saying it isn't, I'm not sure, I don't really know the answer. But if pros could do more, yeah, I think they could. Are they doing lots already? Yes, they are, and I don't think they're appreciated of how much work they do. And I know there's rubbish ones, but there's equally really good ones as well. And I would argue they're doing more than any other organisation. I think there's a lot of people getting off quite lightly. So for instance, the amount of money the R&A must generate through the Open, I'm sure loads of it goes into programs, but is it having an effect? Are we seeing growth? Don't know. I don't think we are, but I'm sure they could prove they're doing great things. all the money that kind of other, like Sky might generate, those kind of things. Yes, they put on the British Masters, which is great, but that's not really appealing to non-golfers, probably, is it? It's much more towards the golfing community, and obviously gives them event to sell around the world. So there's lots of different ways you could read that, but it's a great event, and I'm glad it happens, me personally, as someone in golf. And then the big question is, if golf was, I guess, accessible and everyone played it, I'm not sure how it would work, because lots of people play football, but football pitches are much smaller than golf courses, aren't they? So actually, if we made it really accessible, the bigger question is, could it actually work? Is there enough land on this island we live on in the UK for everyone to enjoy their time and not just be upset with how slow it is? I mean, it might just turn into the M25, mightn't it? Good morning, Matthew. That's a big smile you've got for me this morning. What are you? You're literally just editing a funny bit, are you?
Yeah, it's funny.
Is it greatest 18 still?
Yeah, the last part of part 5 is bloody funny.
It's not Rory in his tramp shoes, is it?
No, it's Oliver being very, very sensible and boring.
Oh God, yeah. God, I still have not forgiven him for that. That was just that's the dullest thing I've ever seen any human do on one of our videos. Like, and I'm dull, but like that was beyond dull, wasn't it? So the next question, this is a good one. It started off with, this could keep you talking for a while, I imagine. Cheeky. So what would you include, he's put, of if you were designing a golf course from scratch? Keep up the good work, Mark. I would include par 3 course. Without doubt. So there are not enough, I don't think, around golf courses, par 3, holes ranging from 50 yards to 110 yards to maybe even 150 yards if you want, kind of beginner courses. Now I call them beginner courses. I have as much fun on a well-made, well-designed, proper green built system par 3 course than I do on a full length course. And certainly I find them really sociable, so great to go around with mates, great for taking juniors out on when I worked at courses that had them, great for taking beginners out on them, great for taking men, women, seniors, like every demographic you can think of. I just don't think there's enough of them around, and I would love to see any kind of studies, and I don't know if anyone's done one, to see how participation numbers move. I eat a lot of soup. Around places that do have well-made par 3 courses. I started golf in Swindon at a course called, what was it called? Any Swindonites post comments. Is it Little Coat? Something kind of Little Coat. It was a par 3 course that was really pretty. It was right next to Brew Manor, which was the big pay-and-play public course. But I could walk to this course from my house, I could rent clubs, balls, and that's where I started. Just one summer, I just went there once, loved it, and it just kept going round and round and round and round. My dad was playing and he saw how keen I was getting and took me to the bigger courses, and then I was off and hooked. The par 3 courses, I would like to see loads more of them at full length courses. I would like to think it would make a bit of a difference to how people are introduced into golf in a much more fun, relaxed, like no dress rules on them, just fun, relaxed. You can have your poshest Ponzi course, make the par 3 course like open to everyone. That's what I would like to see. Right, Christmas shopping round 2. A lot more successful this time. Got soup and a crumble. Just gets better and better this Christmas. Right, last question. Good one. iToddy says, question for you. Who would win if they all used the same clubs, obviously fitted, balls, etc., and all in their prime between Jack Nicklaus, Nick Faldo, Tiger Woods, Jordan Spieth? What I think is always interesting with these questions, yes, my car is, and we're running on electric, which is why it's quiet, is that you need to respect and understand the competitive nature of the people that you're talking about. I always think that these players have all got to the best of their ability subject to what's around them, because humans will always reflect, I think, what's around. So, example, if I was winning every major every year but shooting 1 over par every time, then I wouldn't particularly work harder or improve a different skill. I would just keep winning. I would claim myself the best, keep winning, onwards and upwards I go. Now, if someone comes along and starts shooting 5 under, and they're now beating me, I would say all of the players you've named would then start working, if they still had enough time in their life to practice and work and change, so you don't get them when they're 45, they would adapt, they would learn to improve whatever skill they need to get to 5 under, because that's the kind of personalities you're dealing with. So I think it's one of those impossible questions to answer. I mean, I will have to go with Jack Nicklaus would be the one who wins. He's got the most majors. We can all love Tiger, and I think Tiger's great, but he hasn't won as many majors as Jack Nicklaus, so until he does, I don't think he would even want to claim that he is the best that has ever lived. And then you can have the argument about, different genres of time and different kind of competing against different people. I mean, I always think that's really interesting with Nicklaus. He was competing against, like, Player, 6 majors, Trevino, I don't know how many majors, Watson, is he 6 or 8 majors? Are there people in the Tiger Woods era have that many? There isn't, is there? It shows you how many Jack was winning while other people were still winning as well. So I think I'd have to go with Jack just purely on the fact that he has the best on-paper record. But I think they would all be very good, because they would do what they need to do to compete to win. Because I think what people forget is the competitive nature of these players. The aggressive, competitive, wanna be the best drive. That just can never be overlooked, and I think so often is. Well, what an important job.
Hello.
How was the play?
Good.
How did the line go?
Good.
How did the baby pass go?
Good.
Wow, Milo.
What an important job.
Right, there we go. Thanks for the questions and thanks for watching. Yep, sausage and mash. What a fantastic invention that is. I'm sure Tiger Woods invented sausage and mash as well. See you all tomorrow. Now tomorrow there is a fantastic giveaway, like a absolute crazy trip of a lifetime stuff, and you also get to spend a few days with me having lessons, like intense lessons, trying to make you better. Honestly, tomorrow's giveaway is fantastic. See you all tomorrow for the big giveaway.